Hello and welcome students to the section 6 of the course, and the section 6 of the course is all about database attack techniques. So in this course we are going to take a look at a couple of points. For example, we are going to learn about database attack techniques for databases, right? How you can attack on a database and how you can gather information from database, like for example email IDs, usernames, passwords, all sensitive data which is available in the backend. And we are going to use basically attack tools of Kali Linux OS here. So inside Kali Linux, we have tools available for database attacks, and I'm going to show you some of them which are really popular and really useful, right? So we will use a sample website here, and on that sample website we are going to attack, right? So this is the scenario. We have an attacker and we have a database, and database is obviously inside web server. So web server contains database. All right. So if you want to attack on a website, right? So you are at the front end of the website and you need to enter some queries so that you can connect with the backend of the database, right? Which is backend of the server, or you can say database. So these queries are called SQL queries. SQL is called structured query language, and this language is used to communicate from front end to the backend. So if I have a website, so I have the front end, but I don't have the backend, right? So if I want to communicate with the backend of the website, so I need to send some SQL queries to the backend. And if I ask a question to the backend in the form of SQL queries, then it will give me an answer, right? So that's what database attack. I want to send some malicious content to the database, and if database is not aware that this is a malicious content, it will send me the information what I want as an attacker, right? What I want as an attacker, all content of database, everything stored in the database, mobile numbers, fax numbers, email IDs, addresses, customer name, customer email ID, everything I need from the database. So that we are going to do in this section. Now, if I talk about the database structure, so we are talking about the backend or database, but if you don't know the database structure, then you are not able to attack. So we need to understand what is the structure of a database, general structure of a database, right? So the general structure of a database, you can see this is called a database, right? This complete shell is called database, right? Inside database, we have tables. So inside every day, for example, if database has 4 tables, so you will see basically 4 tables inside the database. So for example, this is a database, right? So it will contain actually 4 tables like this, right? So these are called tables are inside database. This is a shell for tables. Inside tables we have columns. So inside each and every table we have a columns. For example, if student is a table name, then in student I can have the student name, student roll number, right? So this is called columns, and columns are inside tables. So this shell is called columns. Outer shell of columns is called table, and outer shell of table is called database. The most inner shell of the database is called data, and this is need. Basically, if attacker tries to attack on the database, actually he needs the data, right? So to gather the data, you need to go step by step inside that database. First of all, find out information about database name, then gather information about the table names, then gather information about the column names, and then you can find out the data inside that, right? So this is a kind of database structure we are going to use in the videos. Now, if we talk about the introduction of database attack, then the database attack is related to gather information, which is a sensitive information from database. Like I already told you that it can be a username of any login page, it can be password, emails, addresses can be gathered. So these kind of information can be gathered from the database, and that is called database attack actually. So database assessment or attack tools are already available in Kali Linux. So inside Kali Linux OS, we already have a database assessment section, right? If when you will click on applications in Kali Linux, you will see a new chapter inside database assessment, and it contains so many tools. 10 to 15 tools are available there, but we are going to learn the most important tools among them, right? For example, SQL map is available here. So you can use SQL map for database assessment. right? JSQL is available there. You can also use it, and you can also try to attack on the website without using any tool. So we are also going to merge it inside this section. So this is all about this section, and from the next video we are going to start the practical part of database attack techniques. So this is all about the theory part of database attacks, right? Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your time, and we will come back in the next video.